Well, what's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the natural born thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Reviews, where we're just giving you AEW Dark Elevation results from June 21st, 2021, and AEW Dark results from June 22nd, 2021. Now, obviously, we're taking to Monday Night Dark Elevations. That's where we're going to start off first with Tony Schiavone and Paul White on commentary at Jade's place in Jacksonville, Florida. And yeah, and this was the Dark Elevation show once again from June 21st, 2021. So let's get right into it. The opening was Tony Schiavone interviewing Matt Sydal, returns to his main event against Jack Evans, say that he has always stand up for his brother and did so last time when Mike, Sydal, was attacked by Jack Evans and Matt Hardy, returns to the Hardy family office. And this is going to be basically his payback to Jack Evans, which we'll get to that later on. So the opening match was Jora Johl. And not sound like a retard saying something like that. No offense to any retards, um, but yeah, Jorel. I'm assuming that's how I say Jorel Nelson and Royce Isaac versus FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. And obviously, we all know who won that match are FTR, so not much to say about that. Vicky Guerrero was rotating. You know, I mean, rotating. What I kept saying rotating for. um, she kept interrupting Justin Roberts. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. I'm not myself right now, but the whole thing where she interrupts the ring announcer, Justin Roberts, and then all of a sudden, she does instructions for Nia Rose and the Night Beast, as Nia Rose gets a squash match by beating Delmi Exo of the Sea Star. Basically, the match didn't last that long either way. It basically lasted about 30 seconds or at least 20 seconds. But wasn't very much of a match. And this is all for Nia Rose for getting built up to be on number one ranking to go up against Britt Baker. So, Masscaster rap highlights retains to the Acclaim. Because they're about to have a match against Baron Black and Tammy Vince. I think that's how you say his name. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Trevor Lawrence meant to say. It was a name that especially one of the highlights of this thing. Masscaster dissing Trevor Lawrence was his name Tammy Lenny Van Venice, something like that. But anyways, as they're doing all this, Masscaster is doing all this, rap highlights, talking about how the Acclaim, we're in the streets. You guys ain't won a match in history. History repeats. Listen to the crowds when live crowds comes back. Number one pick like Trevor Lawrence. Hey, that's Corpus Sinedri. I guess I say. Basically, as this is all going on, Baron Black and I'm sorry, it's not Terrence. Trevor. I meant to say now. It was not Trevor. Whatever the last name was, Lawrence. Okay, it's basically a diss to to Tamerlane on Venice. I don't know, but anyway, the match happened. It was a match for whatever. It wasn't really much of it, but especially with Baron Black in there too. Baron Black who's very good, and I see myself this match could have been way better, but I digress. But in the end, it was the Acclaim winning. So we get a tag team, folks, called The Bums Are Us. And I'm not kidding you, folks. There's a little tag team name called The Bums Are Us. And they're actual bums. They look like they're bums too. I'm pretty sure that they're their characters and the gimmicks is their bums. But they if you see how they look, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. They look like a bunch of bums, and I'm talking about bums pertains to bum wrestlers in wrestling. Um, Not John Cena, but anyways, but these guys would look like actual bums, and they actually wrestle pretty good. But their gimmick is that they're wearing smelly, disgusting out clothes that you see any bum will wear, and so basically it was Moline, Milo, I meant to say Milo Beasley and Ray Bees, and they are Bums R Us. I can't believe this is a tag team name. It's funny when you think about it that this is a tag team name. Bums R Us, and unfortunately, yeah, the teams that went up against the Bums R Us are the Varsity Blondes and Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison with Julia Hart out ringside. But match didn't last that long. It could have been better, how they could have done this match. But at the same time, I don't blame AEW for this short match too, because why would the Varsity Blondes be wasting and wanted to stink like the Bums are us in the ring there. So I'm pretty sure they hand sanitized the ring after that. So, but yeah, but the Varsity Blondes won. So there you go. Renee Michelle continues to impress me of her wrestling skills. Where I said in the past that she sucks and all that, she's not that good. She went against Chris Stanlander, and Chris Stanlander was too, but chance to her wrestling. Yeah, I mean her wrestling has always been decent. I'll say this: it's better than John Cena's wrestling. I'm just saying. But just like Matt Castro's rapping is better than John Cena's rapping. Just saying. Anyways, but yeah, but Chris Stanlander is being accompanied by Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Trent. So Renee Michelle shows some here against Chris Stanlander, and in the end, Chris Stanlander wins. Number say so. The post match, best friends, Orange Cassidy, Chris Stanlander, they hug because you got to get the people what they want, and that's what you gotta say from there. Taz is backstage with Powerhouse Hobbs, pertains to the match that Aaron Page, the Hangman's gonna be going up against on the Saturday's Dynamite, which I will do a review of that after this review of the community results of Dark Elevations and Dark. So Matt Hardy with the Hardy Family Office. As Matt Hardy goes up against some Indian signee to AEW, and this is no joke, folks. This guy has been signed to AEW. He's got a good look and everything. He looked like he's not experienced, but he looked like he didn't embarrass himself in the match against Matt Hardy. But his name is Jora Johl. I think that's say his name. But then again, he's Indian, so I probably pronounced it wrong, and if I did, I apologize for that. But Jora goes up against Matt Hardy, and I thought the match was decent, where Matt Hardy going to gain the win. After the match, Matt Hardy gets on mic and cuts a promo. He basically says that Jola, he basically shows some true potential. Says that he is chasing the American dream, but his first time in the U.S. May be cut short, and his dream may be cut short as well. And says that Matt Hardy is the kingmaker, and he can help him out. He basically gives him an offer to work for him, which is to sweeping, ironing, and all that. So basically, he leaves this decision up to him. So, and and we'll get to his answer later on. But that was basically what it was. So there you go. So yeah, that's a teaser for later once we get to that. Call Hero and Rising versus the Pinnacles, Shawn Spears and Wardlow, and obviously Shawn Spears and Wardlow wins. Powerhouse Hobbs versus some guy named Dorian Beninston, maybe. But Powerhouse Hobbs wins because he's going as Anna Page. So after the match, though, he goes for another I should mention he is his finish move called the Town Business. So his another Town Business onto him is and that was it. So Smart Mark Sterling gets the microphone, says that they have a huge announcement to make, or pertains to Jade Cargill, that she's the most premier of new agencies, and they announced that that she's signed with Black News Channel. And you're thinking to yourself, what's Black News Channel? Is that even a thing? Well, it is. Look it up. So he talks about how his daughter finally has someone she can look up to, and this is a marketing multiverse. So they are talking about sponsor to all sponsorships, and then Cargill starts posing and all that and everything, saying that she's a walking billboard, and then she says, her catchphrases is going to be "I'm that B," and you know what that word is. I refuse to say it, but Jay Cargill goes up against she has her manager Mark Sterling and ringside from or business association, wherever wherever he is. Jay Cargill at one point said she don't need a manager or whatever. So, but Jay Cargill goes up against Robin Renegade, and it was short to the point. Didn't even last about 15 seconds, I guess, and then it was over. So yeah, Jay Cargill is that B. So then we get to the Indian. Hold on a second, folks. Sorry about that. Let me continue. So then we get to Jora Johl, the one that Matt Hardy was talking to who gave him an offer to join the Hardy family office. So he closed the promo by saying that he admits that Matt Hardy wrestling was not what he expected, because he grew up idolizing Matt Hardy and and everything, and look up to him like he's his hero. And then says that Matt Hardy isn't the same person that he like we're kind of already talked about already, that he basically is not the same person that he used to idolize. And he says, but he doesn't want to accept the offer, but he thinks he might have to to consider accepting that offer that Matt Hardy gave him, to fulfill his dream. So yeah, no words if he actually did join the Hardy family office yet. I guess we had to wait until for another Dark episode, Dark Elevations, I should say, to see if he did fully committed to be part of the Hardy family office. So, Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo with Alex Abrahantes versus Fuego del Sol and Vary Morales. And the match itself was pretty decent, with obviously Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo winning. So, Cesar Bononi with the Wingmen versus Jungle Boy with Jurassic Express. Match itself, it was decent. This is all to prepare Jungle Boy for his match against Kenny Omega. And match itself was pretty decent, like I said, with Jungle Boy getting the win. And there you go. And also, obviously, you have some awesome commercials too, by the way, but that's whatever. Jack Evans with Hanico and Matt Hardy at ringside versus Matt Sydal with Mike Sydal at ringside. And the match itself was pretty damn good between Jack Evans and Matt Sydal, with Matt Sydal getting the win, getting his revenge after what happened to his brother. Retains to happen with Mike Sydal from last time. But yeah, it was a damn good match, a damn good main event, and not much to say. And I'll conclude your AEW Dark Elevation results pertains to the show from June 21st, 2021 on the Mondays. Tomorrow Wrestling, which I'll get to right now, were 11 matches, and my overall scoring for the show, I'm gonna give the show, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. In fact, no, 7 out of 10. I'll give it. So yeah, that seems fair. And I'll conclude your Dark Elevations on the Mondays results. Now let's get to Dark results from the show of June 22nd, 2021, with Excalibur and Taz as your commentators. And I think you also had, I can't recall, but I think you also had Ricky Starks on there too. I don't remember if he was there on that, but it depends if Brian Cage was wrestling that night. So, and on top of that, I'll bring it up too once I get to it. But I digress. So, but anyways, let's get right to it. So, here we go. Okay, now I remember Brian Cage was on there. So we get Lance Archer defeating Lex Losses. I think that's how I say his last name. I don't know. But the point is, Lance Archer squashed him. Brian Pillman Jr. with Julie Hart defeated Bear Bronson, and basically Brian Pillman Jr. is being prepped up for Miro once he gets to wrestle him on Wednesday Dynamite, and he'll lose, unfortunately. But hey, it's giving Brian Pillman a spot. So the son of Brian Pillman Jr. Just saying. Brian Cage defeated Chandler Hopkins very quickly, by the way. And this is where actually as a matter of fact, I don't remember this match was that short. I think it was a back and forth a little bit, and then also then Brian Cage got the win. And yes, this was the one that Brian Cage went up against Ricky Starks, who was on commentary on the show. Now I don't remember if he was if he was there during the beginning of it, but he was on commentary during this match against Brian Cage, and then because they still have some heat between the two after Ricky Starks slapped Brian Cage and all that, because he's not following the orders and directions in the way, so there's still some heat between them, where it's going to lead to Brian Cage probably going to leave Team Taz. Diamante, sorry folks, something happened there. I don't know what happened. But Diamante defeated Ashley Diamobis. Again, I don't know how you say her last name, but I'm trying to learn her last name though. But she's got good look and everything. She might be of Jordan Grace, except Jordan Grace is more thicker, but she's thick too, but not like Jordan Grace is. I mean she's actually she's fit and thick, to say the least. I'm not trying to say Jordan Grace isn't either, but when it comes to Jordan Grace, she's fit and thicker. So, anyways, but yeah, like I said, Diamante won. Colt Cabana defeated Kit Skyler. Kit Skyler, I should say. It was short, by the way, so it was about a minute or so. Chuck Taylor with Best Friends, which is Orange Cassidy, Trent, and Chris Stanley, as he defeated Dan Barry. Where there's something about Chuck Taylor. I'm sorry, not Chuck Taylor. Trent is friends with Dan Barry, something like that, and he was acting a little heroes to Chuck Taylor and all that in the match, and basically Trent looked disappointed and all that. So, but anyways, that was that. Abaddon defeated Ashley Fox. I thought the match was decent. And that's all I gotta say from there. Griff Garrison with Brian Pillman Jr. and Julia Hart defeated Marco Stunt. Yeah, Griff Garrison and Marco Stunt had a match, and it was decent, but Griff Garrison won. The Bunny with the Blade defeated Reka Tahaka, which is bullshit, by the way. The Bunny should not be being someone like this Samoan chick who should be booked strong, but whatever. Stu Grayson defeated Serpentico, who was with Dr. Luther at ringside. Match itself, it was decent, and it was the main event. So there you go. But that will conclude your Dark results for the show of June 22nd, 2021. 10 matches worth of Tomorrow Wrestling, and my overall showing for this show. This one deserves definitely a 6 out of 10 because, for one thing, the main event, nothing wrong with Stu Grayson being the main event, but Serpentico in the main event. I get it's a dark show, but at the same time, really? Whatever. But there you go, folks. That was your Dark results on the Tuesdays, and that will conclude it from that edition of June 22nd, 2021. And that'll conclude your All Elite Wrestling reviews from June 1st, 2021 of Monday's Dark Elevations and June 22nd, 2021 of Tuesday's Dark. And that's it. With that being said, folks, thank you for watching. For Is the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. For you to stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself everywhere else going in the world, wear your mask, protect yourself in a way, spread of any kind, and love one another, God bless one another, live in peace, and harmony for us all. So, stay well, stay safe, like I said already on the way before, but that being said, I'm out, folks. You all take care. See you next time.